We got a DD game with a couple of the guys from my clan were divisioned up in your traditional failed division. Yep, took all 3 DDs. Something you usually get quite a bit of flack for by other players. So I'm going to speed up the initial positioning of the game. We'll just kind of zip through this. I will tend to save screenshots and in the replay file if it was a pretty decent game or a super game, but this isn't a big damage game. Decent amount of kills. I think the reason I saved this is because our division really does a great job and literally pulls our weight and then some for the team. So there's nothing really in particular in this match that jumped out at me other than overall just good team play. You'll notice in the beginning that we did not all go to the same cap, hence I don't believe technically we are a failed division. You see that a lot where a division of 3 DDs will get in, they'll all go to the 1 cap even if they are the only 3 DDs in the game. Obviously we split up. Unfortunately we have a Tash Kent, so we didn't have much of a choice. Tash Kent not being a capping DD would have really made things really bad for us if we had just simply went all to the same cap. So putting out some preemptive torps. I believe that is I can't see on this. Udaloy is behind that island. He's spotted by somebody. My division mates called him out for me. I said I got some shots on him. I'll see if we can flush him out of his hiding spot. So again, I'm really capping B, but pushing this DD and trying to flush him out of his covered position there. It didn't appear anybody in the cap could actually get shots on him, so hopefully by smoking up, putting some rounds on him, we flushed him out of his spot, and the guys over at B can do, or C can do their job and finish him off. Take some shots at this lion that's hugging an island, which is interesting. I mean, I could see a Baltimore hugging an island, or a Des Moines hugging an island, or a Minnow hugging an island. But yeah, here we have a big giant battleship. Actually, a pretty decent battleship at that too. We're just gonna keep on spamming HE because that's what the Akizuki does. It is an awesome HE spammer. It's a tough ship to play. It's not fun to play against, that's for sure, and it's not easy to play. Its maneuverability and speed are lacking, to say the least. I tend to eat a fair amount of torpedoes with this thing, just because you really can't maneuver. If a DD gets you up close and you can't gun them down in a few seconds, there's a good chance that you will be probably eating his torpedoes. So we're getting forced out of this cap by this York. He's pushing in on us, so we're gonna have to exit stage right. And I don't think those torps are gonna be any good. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Like I said, I don't really recall the details of this battle, so just doing a voiceover and watching the replay. So I don't have a super huge view to speak to, but we're going to try to finish this York off. Probably could have switched to AP, but I do love spamming HE. And we get a kill. Not first blood. There's already 2 ships down. That's the second ship down on their team, and we already have 2 ships down on our team. My division mates have also got a kill, so right now the only 2 kills our team has are fire division. I'm going to continue to work this lion, and bam, we lose 2 more ships just like that. Grab a sip of coffee, because I'm doing this on a Sunday morning. And we're gonna continue to spam this guy. His guns are focused somewhere else, so you know, this is free damage. If he was looking at me, I would either be going dark or I would be smoking up, because his AP would blat me in 1 shot. And the lion goes down. So we are gonna proceed. My division mates have lost a lot of ships on that flank, or been abandoned by the rest. I don't recall. I didn't really pay attention to the mini-map. So we're gonna push in. We're gonna try to take A. 3 DDs left on each team. My entire division is left. And once again, we got half the kills of our team right now, which is, again, I think the reason I saved this one is we really pulled our weight. Pretty low damage. I'm only sitting on 19,000. And of course, I get too close to this Colorado and get spotted. And second salvo, I get a nice fire, which is always nice. And even nicer, Colorado burns his repair on a single fire. I don't know what to say about that. I'll leave that alone. My division has begun to shift out of the C-cap, realizing that that is a lost cause. They are going to pull out and shift to another cap. I'm almost done capping this. One of my division mates also picked up another kill. So now we have a ship lead, and now we've just taken a cap lead. A little bit behind on points, but it won't take long. And lo and behold, that lion is still over here. He's not really hugging the island anymore, but he is pretty much in a position where he can't help much of his team. Oh, it's frustrating as a DD player too. I find that frustrating anyways, when you're playing and you look and all your battleships and all your cruisers are on 1 grid square or 2 grid squares and or behind islands where they can't really help you, and then they complain that the DDs didn't do their job. A fire should stick. Yeah, that fire is burning. I don't have shots on him anymore, so I'm going to see if I can shift gears here and shift my position a little bit and maybe start doing some damage to this lion. Who is about half health. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Maybe the Colorado that's coming around the western side of the map from our team. He's probably engaging this Colorado. Yes, he is. He's still burning nicely. Very nicely, I might add. Oh, there it goes. Excuse me, got a little congestion today. I'm going to see if we can get another fire on him. We are up to 33,000 in damage. We are just spamming AG on this guy. Akizuki, when not spotted, is a very, very frustrating ship. It puts out so much firepower. Albeit it's not very powerful. These are 100mm guns with IFHE, so do a little bit of damage, but the rate of fire is just ridiculous. I mean, it's basically Minotaur levels of rapid fire HE spam. So the Colorado finishes off the Colorado, ironically. This line has decided to head further away from the fight. We got two camps. B is being contested. Well, we had two caps. B is being contested by the enemy. We're not getting any points there. Points are almost identical. Ship counts are close. We do have a 1DD advantage. And a lion on the other team goes down, so now we have a 2-ship advantage. And my division, my clanmates have accounted for 4 of the enemy kills, which is pretty good. And this line has decided to take off. We lose a King George. We lose one of my division mates in the Hirakaze. Although he did his part for sure. He took out 2 ships. Dark Steel and Lord Cable are on my team. Both great players. So the ship count is even. They got a slight points advantage. And it's going to be one of those games where it looked like you had it in the bag and now you're struggling for a win or to even stay competitive. So I still got Lord Cable. He is in the B cap, giving those guys hell right now, at least contesting it, which is nice because a lot of times you just see the DDs will give it up and not even bother fighting for it. He's in a tough position here. It looks like he's got at least the Charles Martel in B with him. A Martel is not a ship you want to be battling in a DD, to be quite honest. A couple salvos from that will do you in. And unfortunately, Lord Cable goes down. So now we are down about 120 or 130 points. If you notice, Lord was the only guy along with Dark that were contesting B. So our Colorado and our Prince are both behind me. Oddly enough, I am full health, but this is not a battle I really want here, but we got to do something. So I'm gonna try to give this Charles Martel hell, force him from the cap, maybe defend the cap, and ooh, hello there, Hirakaze. Boat can actually be fitted with the same guns that I'm running. I'm not sure what he has, but I'm gonna blind fire and I get lucky. And here come the torps that I always dread. Wow, he fired off a couple spreads, and then there's another set from, I believe that was that Udaloy that I had fired upon early on in the game. Now at this point, I am literally just trying to make it to Lord Cable's smoke, or the actually I think it was the Hirakaze that, nope, the Hirakaze, I think it was Lord Cable's smoke, just to break contact and buy myself a little bit of time here. Points are almost identical, ship counts are identical. The Prince has just come in back into the mix. I'm trying to give this Charles Martel hell. I believe that's a permanent fire now. I lose sight of him. spam a little bit more HE out there on his last known location. So the Prince has actually caught up with me. Colorado, who actually both of these guys have got a couple kills. Prince got one and the Colorado has two, so they've if you look across the leaderboards there, they've actually pulled their weight, even though they were pretty far out, and took a little bit to get back into the fight. Points are almost identical right now. I mean, we're really neck and neck. We still got a couple minutes left in this game, about 3.5. My buddy the Lion has come back into the picture. Again, this guy has been initially hiding behind an island and then kiting away from most of the battle, most of the time. I'll just say I'm glad he's on their team and not on mine, because I find these types of players very frustrating. I get it if you have to break contact and maybe heal up a little bit, or... Oof. And the Lion takes out the Prince. That gives them a points advantage by about 50 points. We still have 2 caps. I'd like to get this Lion out before he vanishes. So I'm going to try to get some shots on him, knowing full well that he can more than likely take me out if he even nicks me with a salvo. And at the same time, here come the shots. At the same time, and we take out the Lion. So now we take the lead back. I'm going to dip into C. Again, see if I can just skew. And we have the Udaloy. And our Colorado takes out the Charles Martel. So, yeah, that's kind of really shifted the tide a little bit. So, again, not a super crazy game. I'm sitting on 3 kills. Only 82,000 damage. And here comes the Charles Martel torpedoes. Let's try. And now we'll go in here and we'll completely stop the points. And Colorado is I'm not sure why this Oodle is actually shooting, but I take that back. Colorado is pretty low, so he's probably just trying to get him a fire. And I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna give him a hand. And Oodle is a fast ship, so I'm gonna try to put down some shots and see if I can help this guy out before he goes down. Even if he does go down, we still got a pretty good point lead. And we do have 2 of the 3 caps, and we're taking the 3rd, so we're in pretty good shape. Obviously, if he takes down the Colorado, he will hop into B. He's getting within pretty close range to me. My guns are going to be really effective, even with his speed. Colorado missed his shots. I'm firing blind, and I take him out right before I cap. And 85,000, 4 kills, 2 solo caps, and some base defense. But overall, a good game by our division. We had 7 kills between the 3 of us. So not bad for a failed division. Always good to play with KO in the dark. They kick butt and are good teammates. So yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video.